Hello friends, welcome to Sava Studies. In this video, we are going to see how to read CSV file and how to create data frame out of it. You can see here, we are going to use CSV function to read CSV file. This CSV function takes many parameters. Which kind of a parameter it generally takes, we will see one by one. To read the CSV file, we are going to use spark.read.csv function. Here we are passing the path parameter. This is the location of the CSV file. We are putting one parameter known as header is equal to true. What it means? It means that this CSV file which we are reading, it has a header. Let's see how this CSV file looks like. So this is the CSV file which we are going to read. So these are the columns of the CSV file. So whatever the first record of the CSV file, it will going to consider as a header. So this header parameter is for that purpose. We can also pass the parameter with the help of option function. You can see here we are passing the header parameter inside the option function. And we are calling this CSV function and passing the location of the CSV file which we are going to read. In this code block, what we are going to use, we are calling a spark.read.csv function to read the CSV. This is the path of the CSV. This is the header is equal to true. We are passing one more parameter known as separator. So how the records in the CSV is separated? This separator parameter will talk about this. The CSV which we are going to read is separated with the comma. There could be multiple separator generally we use while creating the CSV file, like pipe symbol or tab separated CSV file, or we can put any special character as a separator. So whatever the separator that particular CSV file having, we have to put that separator in the separator parameter. Again, in this code block, you can see we are reading the CSV file with the help of a spark.read.csv. We are passing the path parameter, we are passing the header parameter, we are passing the separator parameter. Apart from this, we are also passing one parameter known as infer schema is equal to true. What does it means? It means that whatever the schema is defined in the CSV file, what is the data type of the column, Spark will able to figure it out. And we are displaying the content of the CSV data frame with the help of a display function. So let's see how it is working in Databricks. So we have landed in the Databricks. Let's create one notebook. Name it as a read CSV. If you want to read the CSV with the help of a Spark in Databricks, we need to upload the CSV file. So where generally we upload the file? We upload the file in the data tab within the data tab, we need to go to the DBFS. I have uploaded couple of CSV file. Which CSV file we are going to read? We are going to read AP underscore employee dot CSV. We need the path. What is the path of the CSV file? How we can able to get it? Come here, click over there and click on the copy path. It will open a pop-up window. So there is two path. One is Spark API format path and second one is file API format path. We are using a Spark to read this CSV file, so we need to use this path. To copy that path, click over copy. It is copied. Close it. Come over here and just paste the path. So this is the path of the CSV file which we are going to read. Let's create a variable AP data. We are going to use spark.read.csv file to read this CSV file, right? So let's use it spark.read.csv, comma, and we are providing the path. Path is this one, which we have already copied it. Let's run it. You can see this CSV AP underscore CSV data frame has been created successfully. Let's see the content with the help of a display function. See, but you can able to see this column, it is not picking properly. Column is underscore C01, C underscore 1, C underscore 2, but the actual column name is this one. But Spark is not able to figure it out which columns it should consider as a header. So we need to use another parameter known as the header parameter. Let's copy this code, paste over here and pass the header parameter. Header is equal to true. Means whatever the first line of the CSV, we are saying a Spark to consider as a header. Let's run this command. Let's see the content of this data frame. See, now the column name is showing properly because we have told data frame that this CSV has columns and considered first row of the CSV as a header. Let's see how separator parameters work. We are passing one more parameter known as separator. Here the default separator is comma. In our CSV also the default separator is comma. So let's run this command. Let's display this data frame. See, it's reading properly. Let's see what is the schema of this data frame. To see the schema, we generally use print schema. See all AP ID string, AP name string, whatever the column name Spark is reading from the CSV file, it considered the data type of that particular column is string, because we are not telling Spark which kind of schema or which kind of a data type the columns has which present in this CSV file. This CSV function has one more parameter known as infer schema. Based on the data type, based on the record which present in the CSV file, Spark will able to figure it out which kind of data types that particular column has. So let's see. We are passing one more parameter known as infer schema is equal to true. Let's see the content of this data frame. We are able to read the CSV file accurately. Let's see what is the schema of this data frame. Print schema generally we use. Now see AP ID. Now the data type of AP ID is integer. AP name data type is string. AP salary the data type is integer. This is a CSV file which we are reading. So based on the record, Spark will infer the schema. So in this there are 5 records in this CSV. Each and every value of AP ID is integer. That's why it is reading as an integer here. Same goes to salary. Each and every record or each and every value of AP salary is integer only. That's why Spark is able to figure it out what is the data type. Here it is of integer type. Let's go to the PPT. There is another way to read the CSV. So there's another function known as a format. In the format we are passing which kind of a file we are going to read. In our case we are reading the CSV file. On this we are calling this load function and we are passing the path. Here the path would be the address of the CSV file. So what we are doing here, we are just calling the format function which is present on spark.read. We are saying Spark that we are reading the CSV file. We are passing the parameters. So this is also going to take a number of parameters. Here we are passing the header parameter with the help of an option function. We are calling the load function, and in the load function we are passing this path parameter. In the path parameter we are saying that this is the path of the CSV file, and we are also saying that this CSV has a header. In the second code block, what we are doing, we are just reading the CSV file, passing the address of the CSV file, and we are also passing the header parameter, and we are also passing the separator parameter. Whatever the things or the parameter which we have passed earlier when we are reading the CSV file with the help of a CSV function, same kind of a parameter most of the time we are going to pass. In this code block, what we are doing, we are just using the spark.read.format function, passing the CSV as a value. We are loading the CSV file. This is the address of the CSV. We are passing header parameter. We are passing separator parameter, and we are also passing this infer schema. We can see earlier, based on the value of the column, Spark will able to figure it out which kind of a data types that particular column has in the CSV. Let's go to the Databricks, see how it's work. Let's create a variable ap data spark.read. We are using format. In the format, we are saying that the file which we are going to read is of CSV. On top of that, we are calling the load function. In the load function, we are passing the path parameter, and the value is this one. This is the path of the file which we are going to read. Let's run it. Let's see the content of this data frame. We are able to read the CSV, but column is not picking properly because it is expecting a parameter known as header is equal to true. Let's use that parameter. Here let's pass header. Header is equal to true. Run it. See the content of this data frame. See, now it's picking the column name properly. Let's see how the separator parameter works here. Let's pass one more parameter known as a separator. Pass the value comma, because the CSV file which we are reading here is a comma separated CSV file. Run this command. Display the content of the CSV with the help of a display function. It is reading properly. See? Now see what is the data type of this CSV file, or what is the schema of the CSV file. This print schema. Here each and everything it is reading as a string, because here we are not providing the infer schema parameter. So let's use the infer schema parameter. Infer info schema equal to run it. Let's see what is the content. See, it's reading properly. Let's see what is the data types of the column which is present in this CSV file. Print schema. See, same thing. AP ID is integer, AP salary is integer, rest of the column has a string function. How it is getting? This AP column has integer value, this AP salary has the integer value, and rest of the column has the string value. Let's go to the PPT. We can see that this is string, this is string, but sometimes we need to create the custom data type. This info schema which we are using here, this info schema, this one, it will going to infer the data type based on the record value of a particular column which is present in CSV file. But many times or most of the times, generally we define the custom schema. So how we are defining the custom schema? We are defining the custom schema with the help of a struct type function. We are adding field on top of a struct type. The field is here the AP ID. What is the data type of the AP ID column? This is the integer type. AP name, data type is string. AP gender, data type is string. AP salary, data type is integer. Like this. Before using this struct type, we need to import the function, because the struct type is a function which is present in PySpark.sql.type. So here we are from PySpark.sql.type, we are importing star, means whatever the function present in type package, all the function we are importing. We are using this spark.read.csv function to read the CSV file. We are passing the path parameter. This is the location of the CSV which we are going to read. We are saying that this CSV has a header. That's why we are passing the header parameter as true. And we are also passing the schema. This AP underscore CSV underscore data underscore schema, this is the custom schema which we have defined with the help of a struct type. And once data frame created successfully, here we are showing the content of the data frame with the help of a display function. So let's see how it works in Databricks. So first let's import all the function from PySpark.sql.types. From PySpark.sql.types. Import start. Now create a custom schema. how we are going to create a custom schema? We are going to create custom schema with the help of a struct type. Let's define a variable schema. We are going to use struct type. In the struct type, we are adding field with the help of an add function. In the field, what we are saying that we are supplying the name of the column which is present in the CSV, APID, and the data type is integer type. For the new line, we are just using this symbol dot add field equal to AP name data type equal to string type. Dot add field. Let's copy it to save time. Let's copy it. Name it as gender. This is a string type. Here we made some mistake. Okay, let me correct it. Let's copy it to save time. First column is APID, second column is AP name. It is of a string type. Third is the gender. It is of a string type. Fourth is salary. It is of integer type. Fifth one is state. It is of string type. Sixth one is city. It is of string type. Let's run it. What the mistake we have made? It got an unexpected keyword argument data type. So this is the actual parameter name data is the data type. The mistake we have made over here, data type integer type. What? Let's run it. It is saying that it got an unexpected keyword name known as a data type. So this is the actual parameter name Let's run it. So this data frame created successfully. Now let's read the CSV file with the help of this custom schema. Let's create a variable. We are using spark.read.csv. Here CSV we are passing the path parameter. The value of the parameter is, let me copy the path. This is the path. First let's put the header parameter, it is true, and let's pass the schema. What is the name of the schema? It is ap_csv_data_schema, which we have created earlier. Run this. This data frame has created successfully. Let's see the content with the help of a display function. See the data, the CSV read successfully. This is the content of the data frame which we have created by reading this CSV file. Let's see what is the schema of this data frame. See, AP ID is integer, AP salary is integer, rest of the data type has a string value. The same thing we have defined in the custom schema. ID data type is of string type, salary data type is of integer type, rest of the column is of string type. Let's go to the PPT. What we are doing in this code block, the same thing. We are defining our custom schema, but here we are reading the CSV file with the help of format function and passing the CSV is a format of the file which we are going to read. With the help of the option function, we are passing the header parameter, and with the help of a dot schema function, we are passing what is the custom schema of the CSV file which we are going to read and what is the path of the CSV file. So with the help of a path parameter, we are passing the path of the CSV file. So let's see how it works in Databricks. So this custom schema, we have already created it. No need to create the custom schema now. So how we are going to read the CSV file? The code is little bit different. We are using the format function to read the CSV file. AP CSV data spark.read.format. And what is the format of the file? It is CSV. Then we are calling option function and passing the header parameter. And what is the value of the header parameter? It is true. Let's come in the second line. Then what we are doing? We are saying we have a custom schema. And what is the name of the schema? The name of the schema we have already defined it. that is AP underscore CSV underscore data underscore schema. Come to the next line. We are saying that we are calling the load function and passing the path parameter, and we are passing CSV location as a parameter value. Let's run it. The data frame created successfully. Let's see the content of this data frame. See, we are able to read the data. We are able to read the CSV file with the help of spark.read.format function. Let's see what is the schema of this data type. See, it is populating the correct schema. AP ID is of integer type, AP salary is of integer type, rest is of string type. This is the exact schema we have defined here. ID is of string integer type, AP salary of integer type, rest is of string type. Let's go to the PPT. Many times we read multiple files. You can see here there are multiple files. One file is ap.employee.csv, another file is ap underscore employee.1.csv, and we are reading both file at the same time. So how we are going to read it? Here we are creating a custom schema and we are reading the CSV file. With the help of a spark.read.csv, we are passing the path parameter, and the path parameter is ap.csv underscore path. This is of a list type variable. Here we have created this list type variable, and we are passing to address of CSV file. We are also using this header parameter. We are using this schema parameter, and the custom schema which we have just created we are passing here. So in this code block we are seeing how to read multiple CSV file once. Here one catch is the schema of both the CSV file, this one and this one must be same. Let's see how it works in Databricks. So custom schema we have already created, so no need to create the custom schema. What we are going to do, let's define a variable of list type, and give the address of the CSV file which we are going to read. So this is the first file, and this is the second file. if we see in the data tab, go to the DVFS. This is the one CSV file AP underscore employee dot CSV. This is the first one. Second one is AP dot employee underscore one dot CSV. These are the two files which we are going to read. Let's run this. So this CSV AP underscore CSV underscore path variable has been defined successfully, and this is of list type. Now read the CSV file with the help of a spark.read.csv function. Spark.read.csv, and here what we are going to do, just path the parameter path. And what is the path of the parameter? This is the list variable which we have defined earlier. Just pass one more parameter, that is a header parameter, saying that both the CSV file has a header and schema. What is the schema? The schema which we have created earlier. We just pass the same schema. So this is the custom schema which we have created earlier. Let's pass it. Run this command. The data frame has been created successfully. Let's display the content of the data frame with the help of a display function. See, this is the 10 records. 5 records present in this CSV file, 5 records present in this CSV file. Total record is 10. Let's see what is the schema of this CSV file, because we have used the custom schema. Just use the print schema function. See, AP ID is integer, AP salary is integer, rest of column data type is of string type. Let's go to the PPT again. Many times we come up a scenario that there is a folder and we need to read all the CSV file. So here in the previous example we have created a list variable. Here it is very easy because we are reading two files. One file is this one and another file is this one. But suppose we have a folder, it has thousands of CSV file. So giving all the name or defining a variable of list type and passing thousands of file name, it would be very cumbersome. So Spark has given one feature that based whatever we need to provide the folder till folder name, and we have a while character that is start.csv. So whatever the files are present in this folder, if it is of the CSV type, our Spark will pick those CSV file and read it and create data frame with the help of a spark.read.csv function. And in the path parameter, we are providing the path of AP underscore CSV underscore path. This is the path parameter value. Here we are also creating the custom schema. So whenever if you are creating the custom schema, the catch is all the CSV which is present in this particular folder, it has these columns: AP ID, AP name, AP gender, AP salary, AP state, and AP city. Let's see how it works in Databricks. So we have already created this custom schema here. So no need to create the custom schema. We need to create one variable APN underscore CSV path. Here we are passing the folder name first. This is the folder name, and we are using the while character star.csv. So it will pick all the CSV file which present in this folder. Let's run it. This variable has been defined successfully. Let's read the CSV file. Spark dot read dot CSV. We are passing the path parameter. Path parameter is this one which we have defined just now. We are saying that header is true and schema equal to the schema which we have just defined here. Run it. The data frame has been created successfully. Let's see the content of this data frame with the help of the display function. See, it has a 40 rows. There are many CSV files which present in this location. So if we see the location here in the data tab, go to the DBFS. See how many CSV files is present. So it's reading all the CSV file. This one, this one, this one, this one. There are many CSV files are present. Let's see what is the data type or what is the schema of this CSV. This data frame actually, not CSV. CSV we have read it and we have created the data frame out of it. So let's see what is the schema of this data frame. See, ID is integer, salary is integer, rest of the column has data type string. Let's see the separator parameter. This separator parameter which we have used earlier. So the file which we have read is of comma separated. Let's read this CSV file with wrong separator. So this separator we are reading with the pipe. It will read it. It will not going to give any error. But if you see the content of this data frame, it is not correct, right? This AP ID, AP name, it's considered everything under one column. But this is not right. This AP ID is a different separate column. AP name is a different column. AP gender is a different column. Let's read it with the correct separator. Now see the content. It is reading correctly. So let's load one file. Upload. The path is C drive, video material, file, and this type delimiter. Import it. It is imported successfully. Let's copy the path. Copy, close it, paste here. Now read sorry, read this CSV file. With pipe as a separator. Data frame has been created successfully. Let's display the content with the help of the display function. See? Now the CSV file has been read properly. The separator is pipe. All the CSV which we have read earlier, the separator were comma. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.